Since golf balls have a diameter of only 1.68 inches, they get swallowed up in a hurry by US Open rough that can be more than twice that length. Congressional's rough, a mix of fescue, rye, and Kentucky bluegrass, has a density of up to 175 blades of grass per square inch. This means that on one swing in the rough, before it even gets to the ball, a club could easily come in contact with over 3,000 blades of grass. Now, grooves on a club are designed to channel away water and grass from the club face, increasing bite and friction on the ball to generate spin. But last year, new specifications for grooves went into effect. This has the most impact on the wedges players typically use out of the rough. The allowable sharpness of the edges of a groove was reduced, and a new formula limits the total groove volume per square inch of the club face. This decreased the amount of water that can be channeled away by roughly 50%, a reduction that sounds like a lot, but it's still less water than a typical raindrop. In the half of a millisecond that a club is in contact with a ball, the older so-called square grooves could generate 7,000 to 8,000 RPM on a ball coming out of the rough. Testing has shown that balls hit from the rough with the new grooves spin from 30 to 50% slower, launch at a 5% higher angle, and when they land, can bounce and roll a full 60% farther. Since the new groove rules went into effect, on shots from 100 to 125 yards, pros leave their approach shots from the rough, on average, 9 inches farther away from the hole. And that's from the basic 2 to 3 inch rough they face regularly on tour, not from the gnarly 5-inch rough they could find themselves in at Congressional. A 9-inch difference in proximity to the hole doesn't sound like much, but consider this. Tour pros make 56% of their putts from 7 feet away. Increase that distance by another 9 inches, and that percentage drops to about 50%. For ESPN Sports Science, I'm John Brinkus.